Robert, I'll lead off. That was a really good performance, but I'm guessing disappointing to only have 1 point rather than 3.
Yeah, I mean, now you always want to win, right? And we had it. I don't feel like they were pushing us down. We actually went for the second one, and then suddenly it's a penalty and 1-1. But of course, we need to score more goals as well. We cannot blame anyone than ourselves, right?
And what did you sort of make of the penalty decision? The players didn't seem too happy with it.
I mean, it's easy for me to say that it shouldn't be a penalty. I need to look at it again. But for me, the referee was good. I mean, if she's doing a mistake or whatever, we do mistakes as well. So I'm not going to blame the ref. So I think we should score more goals. I think we should be a little bit better in the first half. But in the second half, we play really good football and create good chances. So kind of pleased with some part of the game, but we need to develop and score more goals there.
I think you could have gone outright second if you'd won. I think you're still joint second, or are you not really bothered by the table this early on in the season?
I mean, we still get 1 point today, so that's good for the table. But the main thing is how we can develop as a team, how we can make sure we develop as individual, right? So if you look at Grace Clinton, she's brilliant again, scoring that goal, creating chances, and then she needs to learn how to defend in the box and do other stuff. So that's the process we are in. We need to learn a lot of stuff, but I still think they are on a high level, this team, and they show that they want to be a dictating team. They want to be in the top table, right? But still, we cannot handle it, so we need to improve.
Robert, can I ask you about Grace Clinton? Because of course she's on loan. Surely you'll be wanting to keep her here.
Yeah, definitely. No, but of course I want to keep her here. But it's a loan and it's a Manchester United's player, so they will decide what's happening with her. But I love to work with Grace, and I think we have a good collaboration. I think she's happy here. But I cannot say anything more than, of course, I want her here. But I know it's a loan, and Man United is owning her, so I cannot say so much more.
What's the situation when you play Manchester United next month? Is she allowed to play the game?
I don't think she's allowed, but I'm not really into those details yet because that game is so far away. But I need to check that.
I know, obviously, it's a disappointing result, the amount of shots on target you had today. But it took till March last season for Spurs to get 10 points in the WSL. So surely you must be very happy with the opening 5 games, the amount of points that you've obtained.
Yeah, I mean, 10 points in the first 5 games, that's okay, right? So I think that's good. But if you look at how we play, Everton is top 6 last year, one of the teams we want to be above this year, and now we can actually see that we play much better and we actually are a better team if you're going to compare this game with shots and everything. But still, they find a way to get a point, though, so we need to improve there. But once in a while, we get these games where you don't score 2 and 3, right? And we just need to learn from that. But I think the main thing today is the first half was not actually that great. Players coming back from the World Cup, a little bit tired. We haven't worked together for a while. You can see that the first 25-30 minutes we're not really that good. Last 15 is good, and the second half is much better. So I think we are taking steps, but we not really are consistent yet. So we need to know how to deal with those national team camps coming back, dictate the game from the beginning, and of course how to score goals in those chances we have.
Godorski wasn't in the squad today. Was that injury or is it just selection?
She's just not selected. We have a lot of good players in the squad, and Amy is a centre back on the bench, and I normally only have 1 centre back on the bench. So Amy is before Selena is right now.
Thank you.
In parts of the game, the free-flowing football was really smooth, particularly in the first half. How is the training going along to make the free-flowing football, the aggressive football, as consistent as you want it to be all season?
I mean, there's a few stuff in there, but the main thing to control the ball in high tempo, you need to work with that every day. So you need to have a passing risk, you need to have combination play so that you actually get used to the ball. Then you need to have possession and transition so you can make sure you can handle it on the pitch, right? So we have a good periodization how we train this every week with big pitch, small areas, big areas. And then of course it's giving the trust to the players that they are allowed to do mistakes if they actually try to do it. And I think if you look at Grace Clinton, she never loses the ball. She turns in those small spaces and she's so good through spans. So the way they play is with self-confidence and quality. So I think it's a mixture of a good training environment and also how they can improve the first touch, the passing skills, the game understanding. You see when we have a break there where the goalkeepers down, the players go together and actually speak with themselves instead of coming out to me, and I kind of love that because they shouldn't come for me for all the answers. Sometimes they need to find answers on their own, and I just love to see them do that.
You just mentioned Spence, but her combination with Gazette in the first half and then Naz as she came on, how important are those kind of duos and partnerships in breaking down teams that are quite resilient today?
I mean, I think the game understanding on Ruth Spence is the best in this league. She can see stuff that nobody else can see, and she can handle it with the ball as well. So when she's sharp, she gives us so many options, and she gives us so much control on their half right. Then it's more like the last third. How can she shoot in the goal? How can she create more chances to actually score more goals? But for me, she's a brilliant player, and she fits into the way we play because she's such a good footballer. And you see Grace, Martha, Celine, they take care of that because they get a play to play with it. They know that they're going to get the ball back every time, basically.
And Martha Thomas, player of the month last month, didn't quite click for us today. What do you think it was that just didn't make her look as effective as she was last month in front of goal?
Yeah, but I mean, the opponents see how good she is, so they're quite tough against her right now. But also, she still created 2-3 really good chances. She press and win the ball. So for me, it's like she's very good today as well. But she doesn't score the goals though. But for me, she's doing so much work for us. She creates chances, and she's like 90 minutes brilliant. So you cannot always judge them by the goals. You need to judge them by how they perform. And for me, she was brilliant today.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.